Hey everybody, it's Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. I hope everybody continues to be safe. I have a treat for you all. One of my best friends has, is back on the show yet again, and it's always a pleasure. She is a lovely actress, and you may know her from movies and TV and Girl Scene. And as a matter of fact, that series has turned into a movie. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe. And just to get caught up with her and see what she's been up to, I'm joined with, I guess I'm the kin to her Tucky, as in Tucky
That's
Williams.
right.
How's it going,
I
Tucky?
love it. Oh, it's going great. It's going great. Yeah, I'm really happy to be back on your show. That was a great introduction. I appreciate it.
I had to add the kin to the Tucky part at the end.
Exactly.
I
Well,
thought,
people always they always think it's funny. They go, "Oh, do you have a brother named Ken?" They always think it's really clever, right?
yeah, I mean,
And so,
yeah.
did they do that to you?
No, not that I know, not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay,
But
I just thought, do you have a relative named Tucky? I thought maybe they did that. But what they do is they always say that, and I think they're really,
I mean,
they're like, ah, ha, 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 like happens all the time. And then I go, no, but I have a sister named Barbie. And they
ooh,
just stare at me. They just don't get it. They're just like, she has a sister named Barbie? Like, what are the odds? And it's
yeah,
just like, oh my God.
that's
You just can't help some people, you know? They're just
yeah.
beyond help. But yes, I love being the Tucky to your Ken.
I am honored. I am honored
I'm
of that.
honored.
So
I'm honored.
I mean, just being the born king is a blessing at itself. But to have a lovely female named Tucky, and we known each other for a very
At least
long
10 years.
time. Yeah, pretty much close to 10 years.
More than that. More than that. I think
Yeah,
at this point, probably like
yeah,
15. Oh.
yeah. The first time we met was at the Scarefest.
Okay,
Um,
so that was 14 years ago. Yeah.
Phew. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty long, but I'm fortunate to have known people like yourself, and just to see you have grown and evolved in your craft and everything. And if I know I've said this plenty of times, and I will continue to say this for as long as I'm breathing. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for for all you have done, and for all you have accomplished, and you have represent your community to the fullest. And I'm fortunate to have a friend like you, pretty much.
Oh God, thank you, Kenny. Thank you. Well, the feeling's mutual. I mean, you're just such a lovely person. I don't think they make people better than you. It's just always such a pleasure to see you, and you're always such a gentleman, and you're just a fantastic person, and anyone who gets to meet you is very lucky.
I mean, me being a mellow person, you do help me get off my shell a bit. I ain't gonna lie. Um, Cause I guess that's the reaction when people meet me for the first time. I'd be like, you're such a tall guy and a handsome guy, but you don't talk that much. Like, what's the deal? I'm like, look, I'm a nice person. It just takes time to open up. Once time
Hmm.
flies and I get to know
Yeah.
you a little bit more, and maybe I open up.
Yeah.
People gotta be mindful of that. You can't just open up to everybody. You know,
Right.
so
Right.
that's the thing. So so how have you been holding along since this whole pandemic? Staying home, social distancing. How you been holding along since then?
Well, I mean, it's been really hard. I've been very worried about people, not doing well, but I'm just doing everything I can to keep everything safe. I haven't been anywhere. This is, I think, the 31st day, and as soon as it started up, I stayed in my house, and I just really I'm just hoping against hope that everyone does well, and that's all I can do at this point. In terms of me personally, my life hasn't, except for not leaving the house, My life hasn't changed that much because I was writing or I was in some kind of pre-production on something, in which case you're in your house all the time anyway. So that's I can't do modeling anymore, which is really sad. So it in a lot of ways things are similar. In a lot of ways they're very different. But I'm thinking about what you said, and I don't know if you called yourself chilled out. I don't know the word you use for it, but it's sort of like I'm enjoying the quiet very much, and I'm actually like online less now, and so I feel like the way that I'm coping with this is I'm communicating less, and just being inside and being quiet more. I think that's the opposite of what most people are doing. So I'm talking about this because I think there are other people who are doing the same thing, and maybe feel like they're the only ones, but it's this time where everybody's reaching out to everybody else and doing video calls and talking all the time, and I'm really just kind of wanting to stay inside and just have this quietness that's been thrust upon us. I'm kind of just sinking into it myself as an individual and enjoying the quiet.
It's understandable. I guess for me, I've been laid off from my job for a couple of weeks now, just trying to figure out what's next and everything, and file for unemployment and just waiting how that turns out. I'm on the internet out and about. I'm still doing the radio stuff. That's pretty much the only thing I can do to help keep my sanity, I guess.
I'm so sorry, Kenny. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But
I mean, oh God.
Yes, but for the most part, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. I mean, we all can only focus on what we can control, and as long as I'm staying at home, being safe, checking on family, then I'm okay. But I'm here and there from time to time. I used to go out a lot, and now it's like everything is shut down, and I'm going to bed like 8:00.
Yeah.
So I become those people, I guess, but I'm healthy at the end of the day. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
that's a great attitude to have. I wish I could have that more.
Hey, you
good for you.
You better than me for the most part. You rarely on the internet. There are times I wish I could just spend a day not being on the internet, and I can't. It's a drug, I guess, but
it is.
Yeah, it is. So, I want to talk a little bit more on the Girl Scene movie. I have gotten to see it. And it is an incredible film. Awesome job by everyone involved, from the actors to the directors, everyone that has made this possible. Just seeing the popularity that it had with the series, and then turning it into a film. Like, was it like just being able to turn this into a movie and getting the support that you ladies have gotten?
Well, it's been fantastic. Of course, the series, when it got on Amazon, it became really popular all of a sudden, right? As soon as it was on Amazon, and so you just think immediately, well, I have to do something. Like I have to make more of it, or I need to make a movie, and I couldn't get inspired to do anything, right? I just, and then one of my friends, he said to me, if you don't want to write this, don't write it just because you think that's what people want. So I didn't do anything, and I just waited for inspiration. And then I all of a sudden started watching John Hughes movies. And then I started watching I just kept watching them every night, John Hughes movies. And I realized that what I wanted was to make an 80s movie. And so I made an 80s movie with an 80s look and 80s dialogue and 80s themes, 80s, like everything about that movie is 80s. And so that was what inspired me, was to go in that direction and kind of make a I guess, a satire or a parody of those movies. And so I love that. And then the fact that it's come out and that people get it, it makes me really happy. And even the people who don't get it, they're like, oh, well, it's still a good movie. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm loving the good feedback. And, you know, every now and then you'll get like someone saying something like, I watch this every night before I go to bed. And you just go, wow. I mean, like, to know you've even affected one person that way is amazing. And I mean, you know, it's just, you just couldn't ask for more.
It is awesome just, you know, to see the support that it's gotten, obviously. So doing this, being out on Amazon and just seeing the reactions that it's getting, have you heard from any like an inspiring actress that's inspired and wanting to get into acting? Have you heard from anyone that has inspired that you know you have inspired to get into filming work per se?
Well, yeah, one of the actresses who was in it, she had been a fan of the series, and it had helped her come out of the closet when she watched it. And then so it was just funny that she ended up she was kind of in shock that this opportunity came up to be in the movie, and then that, you know, but it's like, no, wait, I pick you. She was just really in shock about the whole thing. And I think 2,000 actresses tried out to be in the movie. So, I mean, I wasn't poor for choices. And I mean, I get letters often that say that my work has inspired people in some way. I mean, sure, there are people who say they want to act in the movie, but more often it's people going, oh, hey, I've learned that I want to express myself artistically as well. And, those are nice. Those are nice things to know.
That's awesome, you know, inspiration, you know, things like that, you know, and now all of a sudden more people want to get into it, to the film industry, obviously, and you know, this is an incredible film from start to finish, the storytelling, everything, like you. Just everything about it, I enjoyed it, and I hope everyone else got to enjoy it and just watch it again and again and again. You know, it's definitely must see. So I appreciate you, Tucky, for making this happen, and who knows, you know, maybe we'll get a girl sequel movie someday.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
You know, I'm just putting it out there. Like people usually when people like the first movie, they crave for a sequel. That's how it is in movies and Hollywood and things like that. Obviously can't do any filming now because of, you know, circumstances.
right.
But you know, once it's all said and done, you know, once everybody is able to at least, you know, social distancing area comes to an end, and maybe, but I'm just saying. So, whew, that was pretty good. That made me excited. I ain't gonna lie. All right. So, a while back, while I was, you know, watching, you know, the movie, and I seen some posts you made about it being removed from Amazon because of some ignorance and negativity. So, what was that? How did that feel, and what was it like to have it back on Amazon? Like, exactly, you know, why the negative?
Okay, well,
yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know the story, the background is that the movie was up and it was doing really, really, really well. And but it was getting these hate reviews, and by hate reviews, I do mean like actual hate, anti-everything, anti-woman, anti-gay, mostly anti-lesbian. I mean, if there was some kind of a group they could have said something horrible about, it was in those reviews. They were even making stuff up. It was just, they said the movie was anti-Trump, which I mean, no, no, like not at all. They said it was fascist propaganda. There was this very, what seemed to be a very organized effort to have the movie taken down. And it got 1-star bombed on IMDb. If you don't know what that is, it means they go to the big movie website, the base movie website on the internet, and without watching the movie, they just give it 1 star. And they just get as many people as they can and organize them to get them to give it 1 star without ever watching it. And just writing these insane, like if you ever want to do a study on a crazy person, just read some of the reviews on that movie, because it just really disturbed people and really confused people, and really, well, they were men, I'll just say men, some very, very, very angry men who really, 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 really hated women, and specifically lesbians, men who really, really hated lesbians. And so they made such a ruckus. Amazon decided to take the movie down, and I didn't think that was right. And so I went through I tried to communicate with them and didn't hear back from them for 4 weeks. And then I had After Ellen and Marie Joelle, who is the editor-in-chief of After Ellen, I had her look into it, and she didn't get a response from them. So she did an investigation into it, and she did a report on it. And when people read that report, her article on it, they all got together, and everybody got together and wrote to Amazon and let Amazon know how they felt about it. And I mean, everybody, the whole people, all the people who love Girl Scene, and even some people who hadn't heard of Girl Scene but thought that it was a really, really wrong thing to have happen, they jumped on the bandwagon. And it was amazing how many people came together and just wrote. I said, just write to Amazon about how you feel about it. Just whatever, that's all I want you to do. Tell them how it makes you feel. And so they did. And then 2 weeks later, all of a sudden the movie was back on.
That's awesome. That's an army right there.
Right. So, I mean, it starts out as a terrible story that, there are all these terrible people in the world. Then it turns into an amazing story that this community can come together, people, all over, very diverse people, even people who are politically inactive. I mean, I would say 90% of the people who helped out are people who are politically inactive. They still stopped what they were doing and wrote an email or message to Amazon and said, hey, I don't like this. So that shows the horrible side of humanity and then the good side of humanity. And the thing is, this is going to continue with bad people doing bad things. But what we have to make sure continues is that good people continue to do good things, and to stand against bad things and to stand for what's right.
Absolutely. So shout out to After Ellen and everybody.
Yes.
For getting your voices heard and getting Girl Scene movie back on Amazon, and at least Amazon, to their credit, did the right thing, and being on
they did.
Being on the right side of history, pretty much. Well, Tucky, it was great chatting with you yet again, and
it was wonderful to chat with you.
And awesome, always great to chat with you. So you can watch Girl Scene movie on Amazon Prime. If you haven't seen it, you still can see it. It's there. It ain't going nowhere. So go ahead and go and stream it, download it, or whatever the options are. But just purchase it and spread the word about it, and you enjoy what you see and hear. And keep doing your thing, Tucky. And hopefully, when this pandemic comes to an end, we'll see each other again.
Oh, yes. Oh, for sure. Can't wait to give you a hug. I'm the only person who can reach around your neck, because I'm the only person tall enough to hug you around the neck, right?
Well, it's always good to have that interaction with somebody that's at the same height as you. So
it is. Yeah. It is, because it so rarely happens.
So everybody looks at me like I take lots of pictures, and I'm usually like 2 inches taller than everybody. So when people
more than that, yeah.
Yeah. So everybody be like, who's that girl next to you? Like, who? She just as tall as you. Like,
that's right.
That's my homegirl Tucky Williams. We got that 6 feet connection. So recognize.
That's right.
So thanks again, Tucky, and well, I'll see you again down the road.
Oh, great, great. Take good care of yourself, Kenny.
You too.
All right.
All
Bye.
right, bye bye.